Okay, you know what? This is a new format for Blue Lotus. And what we're going to do, actually, for once, is introduce ourselves. So what's up, guys? This is Scott.
Hey, guys. This is Osi.
I'm Christine.
Okay, my name is Chuku.
This is the first time we're going to try this new format where we just talk about whatever we want. Christine, you just told us that you're reading a whole bunch of books recently.
I am. So quarantine kind of, I've always been a reader. Like ever since I was a little kid, I would spend my birthday money to go to Barnes and Nobles and buy books.
Aww.
Yeah.
Why are you saying aw? That's a normal thing to do.
The system, and I would read the books and then I would return them and get different books with the same money because I didn't want to, I'm Asian, I'm a cheapo, I don't want to pay for new books.
Yeah. Cheating the system.
Yes.
Cheating the system.
But during this quarantine time,
too.
I have been reading a lot.
Yeah.
Really?
What'd you say, Osi?
I mean, that's not really cheating the system. That's kind of just like a library. But
Pretty much.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Dang it,
I don't
OC, she's a
know.
rebel.
Well, I don't know how much Barnes and Noble's lost from that, but I did it a few times.
I'm sure it's a minuscule amount.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what have you been
Yeah,
What
reading?
have you
been-
been reading?
I've been reading a lot of young adult fantasy type novels, so I
Yeah,
do
tell us.
gravitate towards those type of novels usually, and the ones that I am reading right now all have a woman heroine.
Oh, okay.
Heroine?
Okay.
Is that how you
Got any
pronounce it?
titles?
Let me pull up my library because I've binged so much over the past few days because I have
while
nothing,
you do that,
nothing else.
Osi, have you finished Mistborn, like the first one yet, or not yet?
No, I haven't. I have to actually get back into it because I put it on pause.
Dude, it's so good.
It is good. I got 100 pages in, and then I had to put it on pause. But now that I don't have to put it on pause anymore, I should get back into it.
Yeah, dude. I think Mistborn is... I haven't read that much Brandon Sanderson, but I've read the Stormlight Archive, the Mistborn series. I've read Elantris, and some other really small
Yeah.
short book.
I'm very interested because it's from what I can tell, a pretty hard magic system where
Definitely.
yeah, and so
I mean, in terms of it's hard for sure in terms of how detailed they go into it and how freaking thorough it is. Because I looked into Brandon Sanderson's universe basically, which is called the Cosmere, and basically all of these stories take place in the same universe, and their magic systems are based off of the same sort of structure, which is insane and really cool.
interesting.
It's sort of what I wanted to do when I was a kid, when I was imagining fantasy stories and wanting to write
really?
them. I was I really want a really good magic system that I can use in multiple stories. So he basically did what I wanted to do when I was younger, and I was this guy is such an inspiration to me.
Well, his magic system is also, it's more alchemy based too, right? It's based
Well,
on
it depends on which one which series you're looking at.
I see. Okay, so I've only read the Mistborn series. I don't think I've read any other of Brandon Sanderson's other series before.
His magic systems always have a source of power, basically. So in Mistborn, that's metal, and
Yeah.
in Stormlight Archive, it's it's basically a form of energy that's it's called Stormlight, basically.
Ah, okay. All right, well, I have the books that I've read pulled up. One of them is called The Vine Witch. It's pretty cool. It's there's witches for brewing wine. And then, yeah, on second thought, it sounds kind of weird, but it is a pretty cool book.
Do they use
and
the
I
wine
finished
to
that in, I think, a day.
kill people?
I'm very curious. Yeah, I'm so curious about this.
So because there's the main focus of this story was that there's witches who use their magic to brew wine, but they're not mortal, as you would say. They just have different powers. But and within that realm, there's other witches who specialize in other things. So this one, at least this story, focuses on just wine.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Wait, so is it like their powers only can be towards wine, or is the side effect of their powers it has to do with wine or something like that?
It's more like their lifestyle. So that's like their job.
Okay.
And that's like the type of witch they are, I guess. And they use their power more towards wine, but they can like do other things like create illusions or whatnot.
Okay,
Interesting.
That's very interesting. I'm curious, what are the conflicts that are going to come from this? That's very interesting.
But that's one of the books I've been reading. I've been reading a lot of K.F. Breen too. She's also I think kind of like an author similar to Brandon Sanderson in that type of genre, I guess. So one of the ones I've been reading was called The Warrior Chronicles.
The Warrior Chronicles.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's like a 6-part series.
Yeah, I gotta check out more fantasy writers because like so far my exposure has been Brandon Sanderson.
That's it?
I think so. I mean, I've also read a book by, I forgot the exact name, but something like N.K. Jemisin or something.
Okay, wait, but
The 5th season.
have
or
you
something like
have
that.
you
Oh,
read
I
J.K.
heard of
Rowling's
that.
books?
J.K. Rowling's.
Harry Potter? Have you read
sorry,
the
Osi,
Harry
what'd you
Potter
say?
series? I'm sorry.
No, I was saying I actually bought that Jemison 5th season book. I haven't read it yet, but I have it like on my Kindle. But
That one was definitely very interesting.
You
and,
read
like,
it?
Very different writing style for sure. Yeah.
it's like a third person, right?
It's,
Or some kind of weird
Well,
perspective, right?
You'll see.
Okay,
It's
okay.
definitely an interesting way of storytelling. But in terms of the J.K. Rowling books, I've never read them. I just watched the movies. I feel like if there's a movie or a book, I just like watch the movie.
I like to read a book and then watch a movie, and sometimes like it's satisfying knowing like when you read a book and then it becomes a movie and you're like, hey, I read that book.
Yeah. I think
You're like,
I agree.
you're like the hipster, basically.
Is that what it is?
Do hipsters do that?
That's the whole point. The hipsters are supposed to be like, from my understanding, and maybe I could be wrong, but whatever. I'm just gonna go with the joke of the understanding right here. Hipsters are usually supposed to be the ones who've done it first, and then when it becomes unpopular, they complain about it.
Oh, well, that's not like, I guess, the satisfaction I get. For me, it's just like, oh wow, it's cool that I read it and then it became a movie. Like that's like a, I think
Yeah.
satisfying knowing that it was good enough to become a movie.
I think that it's ultimately it's better to read the book first. I learned my lesson with the Aragon series where I watched the movie first and I like really liked the movie. And then I read the book and I hated the movie because of how like how bad it was. Because like in comparison to the book, I'm like, wait, this is so much more. This is so much better than.
I mean,
I
there's
know
a
how you
discussion. There's a
Yeah,
discussion to be had here because like, books versus movies. I feel like after just going through the Brandon Sanderson books, I feel like other forms of, I guess, mediums of just storytelling not as effective. Because I feel like there's so many things you can do with a book.
There's a lot of detail.
Yeah, versus an actual movie or TV show or something like that.
Yeah,
It's
I think when I read, I don't know if this is everybody, but I like to visualize what I'm reading.
Yeah, I
in
think
my
that's
head.
everyone.
Yeah.
I think that it depends on what you're talking about. And like it depends on what the subject and the context of the story is. For example, I don't know if there's any book that I would enjoy as much as Avengers Endgame, the movie. Like, I mean, like, if I'm not saying like any book, I'm talking about like if they made an Avengers Endgame book, I don't think that there's any way that they can write that book that would make me enjoy the book version more than the movie version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for something like, you know, Aragon, then obviously your imagination kind of makes it fills in whatever gaps as far as like visual stimulation. that can be created from.
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
That's called budget, my friend.
Budget. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want my previous statement to be misunderstood. There are plenty of books that are better than the Avengers Endgame movie. I'm talking about like if they made a book version of that movie.
I get what you're saying, and I think that's also part of why I feel the way I feel is because just like what you said, a lot of books are better than Avengers Endgame, and like I feel like a lot of books are better than any other media that I've consumed, and that's why I feel like to me it's one of the best content forms.
I guess I'll be the unpopular opinion who's more towards TV as far as storytelling than books. I definitely will say for this, where it comes to books, when it comes to learning, books are better because books give you that more immersive and you feel more into it.
Really?
But
I feel like that's the opposite.
I feel like no, when it comes to learning, like definitely like you learn more and you feel like you are with the characters and stuff. But the reason why I definitely think that's what I'm saying for books.
I thought you meant like learning science or learning like skills or something. Like
that also can. I mean, to be fair, obviously movies do it better because you can visualize it. But like as far as the characters and stuff, but as far as story goes, the reason why I'm more towards at least TV, because like I guess I mean to be fair, when TV's done right and it's at its best, the reason why I prefer that is because you get one thing powerful about storytelling is the point of view, right? And with TV or visuals, you get different perspectives. Because with books, and I think we had this discussion before, where it's like you're only seeing it from this person's point of view, while on TV you can see both point of views at the same time. So you can see a scene where it's like a husband comes to his wife, she's upset at him about something. He's upset about her, and you can actually see, like where they're both in the right and they're both in the wrong. Versus a book, you're just seeing, oh my God, this girl, he worked all this hard and everything, but this girl's being naggy, blah, 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 shame on her.
Well, it depends. Like, there's different perspectives in books as well, like first person and
you can.
I think there's different writer styles too, because on one chapter it could be telling the perspective of a guy, and then the other chapter would be the perspective of the girl.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not saying they can't do that. I definitely agree with that. I just feel like that moment where you can see the best parts in television to me, or the best moments in conflicts, is where you see both people disagreeing, but you can feel their point of views. And you can do that well with books as well, because obviously you can build it up from a different point. You can build it up seeing their different point of views. Yeah. But like I said, the whole point of TV and television, it's more like showing rather than telling. In books, they're always telling you this is what you should think. But the beauty part is when you can just without me even telling you, I can see what you're going through. I can see what they're going through. Oh my God, this is just... And I feel like those moments alone, to me, is why I enjoy it as a story medium. Like why I definitely enjoy it. Like those moments where you can feel empathy.
I mean, it definitely...
sorry, go ahead.
Oh, it definitely sounds like you've had a better experience with TV than books. But like for me, I feel like books have the ability to do more interesting things with their perspectives, because like actually being able to like peer into someone's mind as a first person and then a different character's mind, and then the writing style changes and everything, you can't do that in TV. I mean, I guess you could with the voiceover, like they can voice over every thought they have, but that's kind of strange. But like it's just, and it could be a POV, I don't know, but you could do that technically, but most people don't.
Yeah.
And like I think it's just books are more versatile in that sense. But of course it's always going to be like, what is the subject, what is the content, what is the actual thing that did better, because like one TV show can be way better than a book, and one book can be way better than a TV show. It just depends on what it is.
Definitely.
But in terms of like a general sort of view on it, I think in terms of versatility, books just have an edge because they can literally do whatever they want in the written form and not have production restrictions.
That's fair. That is fair. I mean, there could be certain. I mean, it is more based off the writer's control. I give you that for sure. That's what the advantage they have for sure. I see where you're coming from. Like I'm not against the idea of books. I guess for me, and emotionally for me, and I guess from my personal experience, I love that TV perspective just because it's just, you get to see multiple, the way I look at TV is like this discussion right now, right? Where it's like, I'm seeing OC do this thing right here in his video or on his little screen, or I'm seeing you doing your thing or whatever, right? As versus as
just sitting here,
staring into the distance, do it. But like, even then, you're doing little small things like that, and like those little minor things that you can have focuses on. But I will admit, and again, it's like I agree with the, like, especially with fantasy, and I can see a lot with books where fantasy lore alone. And not to say that fantasy is not the only thing books do well, mystery and all the other genres do well. I definitely do see that aspect of like, you can, at least you kind of have this, you can imagine the world yourself. So it really fits your own bias and your perceptions, rather than with a TV, you're watching it from someone else's perception. You kind of just have to agree with it. So I can definitely see where that appeal is a lot more easy for one to like enjoy, and then again, the books is just giving you the lessons while you get to create your own world, versus you have to accept someone else's world and try to get their lessons that they're going to give you.
Christine, you were going to say something?
I was gonna say I wanted to also bring up the argument of comic books and manga. Is that, I know you said that a lot of a lot of the reason why you like movies and TV instead is because you could visualize it. And now with comic books, and manga, you can do that as well.
Yeah.
And I think that also gives an edge to books too. And being able to read a book and see it on TV to become a series or a movie, that's cool. But you could also, same thing with comics and manga, being able to read it and then see that become like an anime or an animated movie. I think that's also amazing as well. Just to see it like put into action.
I think one thing.
Okay, continue.
I think one thing about the print versus visual aspect is that when you're looking at TV or a movie, and this is my own experience, I know that plenty of people have had experiences of like books that make them cry, for example, but I've never read a book that has like kind of brought me to that point. But I've seen like movies or like TV stuff that have kind of like drawn that emotion out of me. That's
the edge that visuals have over or movies or anything film related has over like book material, because you get the introduction of music and you get the introduction of acting. And those two things are powerful forces.
Like,
don't get me wrong, I have cried reading books too, though.
Which is why, like, I understand that some people have, but like when I read The Lord of the Rings, I didn't feel like I was on the verge of tears. But when I like saw Frodo leaving his friends at the end of Return of the King, is like I was fighting back tears like as I'm watching that.
Hold up, I haven't watched it yet.
Me too. We both haven't watched it. So
what?
You guys just need to. Wow.
But hey,
it's
whatever.
been it's literally been 17 years.
Hey, we never got our time. So
it's been released. It's been 17 years.
We were waiting what was it called? We were waiting for that one day where we were gonna all watch it together, but then there was COVID. So
I don't know. Maybe we can have a social distancing watch party.
Maybe
we'll watch Coco and Lord of the Rings.
Don't forget Goofy movie. That was the other one.
That's true. I'm less inclined to watch Goofy movie though.
Oh, why? Because it's Goofy movie?
Yeah, I think so.
Jesus. I feel like, I'm not going to lie, I feel like Goofy is one of the most underrated characters in the whole Disney franchise, because like he's a single father. And no, I'm being real. Like, normally the stereotype is a single mother, but he's a single father taking care of his kid, who he just wants his kid to love him. But his kid doesn't love him because he's just this dork. And it's like, and he's just doing the best he can, man. Like,
you're selling me on the movie. I think I'll see it.
So,
I mean, honestly, I was gonna see it anyways, because like when I was little, I played this game called dude, I can't remember what it's called, but it was on the Super Nintendo, and it was like Goofy and Max.
Yeah.
And all you do is pick up stuff, throw it. There's like this gun weapon where you could grapple stuff. It was a great game. I loved it. You could always like enter cheat codes to like skip to the next level. Every time you play the game, like you start over from level 1.
Yeah.
It's like no saving. Super Nintendo it's a bomb game. I love that game. I still play it sometimes. Actually, I play it like once every 2 years or something.
Really?
Oh wow.
Yeah,
On your actual Super Nintendo?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
no.
love playing that game.
No way. I didn't know.
Not for real, dude.
Like, I didn't know you still own a Super Nintendo. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, every other game I don't play. I only play the Goofy and Max game. It was like Goof Troop or something. I don't know. But
That's interesting.
yeah, dude, we'll come over once COVID is done. Come over, we'll play it.
For sure. I want to play it after you see the movie, just particularly, so you're gonna have a different feel.
I don't know if you guys have a PS4, but I've actually been playing this new game called Fall Guys.
Oh,
I don't know if
Oh
you
yeah,
guys...
I saw gameplay.
Yeah.
I feel like I would
What
love
is
playing that.
I haven't seen anything about that.
me either.
It's one of the free games on, I think, like the PS4 like membership thing. I don't know
Okay.
what it is, but it got a lot of popularity and it's pretty fun. And they're cute little like penguin-looking characters. It's like
Yeah, I don't
Wipeout.
I don't have a PS4 unfortunately, but I would love to play that game. Like it looks like games I wanna create for my birthday parties. You know, like
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's
the
like
party
like an
games.
obstacle course.
Oh god.
Yeah.
It's an
exactly.
obstacle course game, and you're trying to get to the finish line before like all these other people get through, and then you qualify for the next round. Pretty
yeah.
much.
When I was a kid, I loved the playground, and I felt like the playground was an obstacle course. And now these days, it's just like so easy to pass through it.
My god.
Yeah.
I think you could actually get this on Steam, so you might be able to play like just on your laptop.
Yeah, my
I'm
cousin
not
has it
sure.
on Steam,
Yeah,
but I have a MacBook, and I don't want to like download PC onto my MacBook.
Me either. Yeah, I had to think about it because I got Steam recently, or no, not recently, 2 years ago. But then that's when I had a Windows, and then my Windows messed up, and then now it's like I only have my Mac, and I'm like, do I really want to
Yeah,
redo that? Especially with
I mean, Roger has the PS4. Maybe I can ask him if he has Fall Guys. I can just play it.
Yeah, it's a pretty fun game. I would say test it out because I've been hooked on it and it's pretty fun.
interesting.
There's also a YouTuber, I forgot. It was a trending video today and they did they put $20,000 on the game.
$20,000.
$20,000 and
Is there like a wagering, like a
what?
gambling aspect
yeah,
to it?
so whoever got to first place at the end of the game would get $20,000 for, one of the guys was for his sister's wedding, and the other guy was going to put $20,000 to his mom's debt.
Help me understand this. So they put it in a pot or something, or what?
No, it was I guess the guy who was filming it, the channel, it's I think Mr. Beast Gaming. That channel, that guy was like, whoever wins, you'll get $20,000. It's just between those two, not between everyone in Fall Guys.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they were filming it for a video.
Because I was gonna say, if that was like between everyone, holy crap, you just lost $20,000. There's like no way you can like win that precisely. Because like just watching gameplay, there's so many random factors that come into play.
Seriously. It's a fun game though. I recommend it.
Yeah, definitely want to check it out.
What else have you guys been doing in quarantine?
I've been like streaming some games occasionally.
Really?
Oh, what games?
The first one I streamed was Paper Mario, the new one
Oh, really?
on Switch. Yeah, I beat it all already, and then I was streaming some Overcooked 2 as well. Just because I like Overcooked, it's a really fun game.
Yeah, Overcooked is a good game. I yell a lot
Yeah.
when I play with people.
Yeah, no. Oh my God. None of my cousins want to play with me.
rice! There's fire everywhere!
Yeah, they get too
the
stressed
fire
out.
extinguisher!
I'm like,
Yeah.
this is not that stressful. It's fun.
Yeah.
Me and my sister even bought the online version of Overcooked so that we could play together.
Nice. Yeah, that's one thing I feel like I'm missing out on by not having a PC, like not being able to play games with my friends essentially.
Oh yeah.
Like I know everyone likes playing all those Jackbox games, but honestly, I do not. I'm not a huge fan of them.
I'll be real.
I'm not a huge fan. I'm gonna be real. Like, I feel zero like competitiveness. I feel like the entertainment level is just not quite there. It's for like, it's extremely casual.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why,
It's just a party game. It's not like a.
it's not a real party game like Mario
It's not like
Party.
strategy. You know.
Yeah, it's not a real party game.
I've actually been playing board games with my sister and family, so I'm
yeah.
pretty happy with that. That
I
I got
miss those
to.
days.
Yeah, that I got to touch base with board games again.
Touch base.
Those are real party games right there.
That's a real strategy.
No, for real. Like, oh my god. I swear, the next time someone asks me to play a Jackbox game, I'll be like, nah. I only do it for social reasons.
I feel you, Scott. That's why every time when people invite me over, I'm just like, oh, I'm actually busy, which I am. But it's
What?
like,
Wait.
For board games?
no, I'm talking about the
Oh, for Jackbox?
yeah, like that.
I'm
usually-
so sorry if that offends anyone. I like if you love Jackbox games, you know, it's
I don't
all
know if
you.
anybody loves them.
yeah.
Have you guys played? Has anyone played The Last of Us 2?
Last of Us 2. Did that just came
No.
out? I thought it was a come out for a while.
It just came out. It
2
came out
months
like
ago,
a
I
month
think.
or two ago. Yeah.
Jeez,
Yeah.
I'm so foreign.
Yeah.
But I've heard that it's a really, really good storyline. And I've watched part of it too.
It is. It's really like the story is incredible. Honestly, it's very much like it's the most in depth like large scale story in a video game that I've ever played without comparison.
Nice.
Yeah.
Makes me want to check it out. What do you
Yeah.
play it on?
It's
PS4?
PS4. Yeah.
Yeah.
I finished my first game recently. Actually, I think the very first game I finished, I'm ashamed to say, because I didn't finish other games when I was a child, was Breath of the Wild for the Switch. And
Zelda?
I have to say that was a super, super satisfying game, except for the ending. I didn't like the ending, but it was an amazing game, and that got me like hooked onto trying to complete other games, which I did on the PS4.
yeah.
Nice.
I feel like I'm missing out.
What?
I feel like I'm
Don't
missing
you have
out.
a Switch? How do you play Overcooked?
Oh, it's my cousins.
Oh.
I literally own nothing. Actually, I do own a PS2 and a PS3, but
And a Super Nintendo.
and a Super Nintendo. Okay, what I meant to say was I own none of the new generation game stuff, so I can't play anything new unless I borrow it from someone else.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
I mean that was a choice because at some point I decided to like spend more time doing YouTube stuff than playing games and stuff.
I feel you.
You could stream your games.
Yeah, exactly. That's my excuse for playing games. I'm like,
Yeah, but people actually watch it. So, you know,
Yeah.
put yourself out there. Put yourself on Twitch.
yeah, I was on Twitch. I was streaming on Twitch, but
Yeah.
I'll see what happens in the future. Just because like I feel like I do enjoy playing games and I do want to play these games you guys are talking about. So eventually I'll get back into it. Just have
Yeah.
to.
There's also
Find
some
the time.
Mac-based games.
He just to find a
we
way
could
to
play.
monetize it. That's the key.
Exactly. I started getting into yoga
Oh,
a lot more because I was doing yoga for a little bit like pre-COVID.
yeah.
So like a year ago, I was kind of doing it like once a week, every so often. Because the school that I was going to, they had classes in the gym, and so it was like it was free for students to go. But now that it's been quarantined, I figured like might as well be doing it here, and it's been interesting. It's been pretty cool. I'm getting more flexible.
Do you watch
Nice,
YouTube
nice.
videos?
Yeah, it's most. I'm doing all on YouTube. They have like, there's a bunch of like 30-minute to an hour like videos of yoga sessions, and so
I've done a few of those. It's so relaxing.
Yeah,
Well,
send me a link.
Yeah, I do vinyasa power yoga, and so that's mostly like a lot of cardio, and I get super sweaty, and it's an actual, like, it feels like an actual workout, and so it's been good. But yeah, I'll send you a link.
Yeah,
sure.
COVID has definitely made me feel fatter and lazier
Oh, hell yeah.
in terms of just exercise in general. Because I used to go to gymnastics every week. Well, with you too, Osi, right? Like me and Osi used to go to gymnastics close to every week. I used to do it almost like 2 times a week, and now it's 0. So it's like I haven't been feeling myself, I guess, this whole time.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this is where I know you're not really much a big fan of spending too much time on social media, but this is where the advantage comes in, because I'm kind of similar, but I have this friend of mine who's like, he's been losing a lot of weight. So he's been kind of my inspiration when every time I want to work out, because he'll be working out like in the park and everything, and doing like tricks or new workout techniques in the park. So it's like, if you don't have enough weights, you could just do this. So just seeing him is just very motivational. So it keeps me want to keep working out.
So what is like, he's just posting in his stories or something?
Yeah, he posts in his stories. So
shit, maybe I should do that.
So yeah, definitely. So, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, the good news for me with COVID was that I've been focusing a lot on writing. So I've been
like you wrote about an Avatar thing, right?
Yeah, there's that, but more importantly, just other stories in general, and coming up with new ideas and stuff like that, and improving on my writing skills. So that was to me a big plus in COVID.
Nice.
So that's great. And then like just me catching up on shows. Yeah,
honestly, I don't think there's been a plus for me in COVID. Everything is a negative.
Everything
like, for real.
Why?
Oh God. So
That sounds
because
so
basically
bad.
writing that Avatar story was a negative for you.
No, I mean, I would have done that with or without COVID. So it's, I also wrote an Avatar fan fiction. You guys know, but it eventually I'm gonna do the voiceover for it. But COVID, I don't think it's helped. I feel like it's made my mental health go down drastically because like, I think gymnastics actually keeps me in check, even my mental health. Because whenever I do it, I feel like really, really good. Like I feel this like high.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like if you like, the yoga that I've been doing has kind of been like a pretty, it feels like a replacement almost for the gymnastics stuff, because it's very physical, and it's not so much like weightlifting, because like I've done a lot of weightlifting over the past couple of years as well, but it feels like it just feels like it's the feeling of like with gymnastics where you're like working towards something as far as like a trick or a movement. It feels the same way. It's like you're working towards getting this specific position, or even like the like headstands. I've been like working on headstands, and I'm like slowly improving those.
Nice,
like after that, my goal is to like then get my handstands like great. And like the way that yoga people are able to do handstands is definitely like, that's my goal. Like I want to get it to that level, and so I'm like having that same feeling where in gymnastics I'm like, okay, I need to work on this move.
I need that link. Send it as fast as you can.
For sure. I've made like a whole playlist of like 10 or 15 videos.
Dude, I'll see you're my
Send
savior.
it to the chat.
For sure.
I'm like,
for sure.
I'm really interested.
For sure.
No, that's what I need, man. Like, I feel like I've been trying to train alone. I've been trying to train at my house, but 1, it's really hot.
That's true.
And 2, I don't have a good training spot.
Yeah, I feel
And I could go outside and do stuff, but like, my grandma is always complaining about how like us going outside is really bad, blah, blah, blah. And also it's just really hot outside as well. So, so it's just a lot of factors. And But
That's true.
if you send me that link, I will do it. I would just
Definitely.
I'll do it because
I
It
mean-
really
need
helps like clear your mind and like center yourself too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very much invested now. I just bought a yoga mat online. So I'm invested at this point.
Wait, see, I'm actually genuinely curious. So where do you do yoga at your house? Like
In my room.
In your room?
I just do it in my room. Yeah, I put my chair on my bed so that I have space.
Okay.
And just put
Yeah.
I do it in my room.
Oh, so you're my inspiration. No more excuses. I'm gonna bust out this yoga stuff as well.
For
Dude,
sure.
I'm gonna make videos about it, like 100%.
Oh, nice.
Like,
You should.
For sure. Yeah.
By the way, Scott, I like your videos on your other channel. Like I usually
yeah.
watch those.
which one?
Like the recently you did about the what's it called? When you're like freelancing.
Freelancing.
Yeah, I saw that.
Right.
So like
You're talking about my main channel.
Yeah, your main
the,
channel.
The Dreamland one? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I like your videos, so you know.
Thanks. Appreciate it. They take a lot of time. They take a lot of mental energy, basically.
I feel you. After creating that 5 list thing, I was so much mental energy.
Yeah, just imagine creating that 5 list every week. That's me right there.
Oh God, man, I'm so pissed that I wound up getting a copyright strike, even though that song that they claim I had wasn't even a song. So,
Really?
like the copyright strike said this was the song, but that wasn't the song. So it was just, I don't know. I got mad at it at the end, but I was just like, I guess I learned my lesson with music.
Yeah, music is a very tough thing to deal with.
It is.
YouTube.
It is, but I'm so confused because I know other YouTubers who do that, and then they also get paid for it. So where's the?
I mean, sometimes it's partial monetization. So, like, even if you use somebody else's music or whatever, like if you use Nickelodeon's music, most likely you can't monetize. But if you use like some company that decides to give you partial monetization, you'll get partial monetization.
I mean, I guess, but even with this one was like the exact YouTuber I was watching, like it literally was like he actually used score from that, like from Legend of Korra, and I guess the reason why I assumed that at least he's getting monetized is because he's at least getting what's it called, those ads on his thing. So
Nah, dude. Like even some people's videos still play ads even if they're not monetized. It's because the other company is monetizing the video.
Okay.
So, for instance, if I took someone else's music, like Nick's music, for instance, Nickelodeon,
yeah,
they'll get ads on my video and they'll get paid, not me. So, yeah, that's how it is. So even if a video has ads, it doesn't mean they're monetized.
even if it's ads, or even if it has like or any type of ad. So it doesn't have to be like the side ad. It can just be like if you open a video and you have to skip the ad thing. That's still
Yeah.
Okay. I hope
Yeah.
so. I hope so, because that was like, I'm like, okay, this is not fair, but all right.
No, yeah, that's a beginner mistake for sure that people don't realize. But yeah, don't concern yourself over it. Like even if you could monetize the video, which we're not monetized right now, like
Yeah, I know.
for Blue Lotus, it's not much. It's so
Yeah. Just future note though, just to know that was a big thing.